Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Swalife Podcast Series. When people hear the word pharmacovigilance, they often imagine adverse event forms, regulatory timelines, and compliance obligations. But today, we want to move beyond that surface level understanding and ask a deeper question. What does pharmacovigilance really protect? Is it just about tracking the side effects after a drug is launched? Or is it something far more central to how medicines should exist in society? To explore this, I am joined once again by Dr. Pravin Badhe, who has worked across drug discovery, translational research, and safety driven study design.
Thank you, Shruti. Pharmacovigilance is one of those fields that is almost invisible when it works well. But when there are issues, then definitely it shows that how much important pharmacovigilance is.
Yes, so let's begin with the most common perception. Most people think pharmacovigilance is mainly about reporting adverse drug reactions. Is it an accurate description or a very limited one?
Uh, it is accurate, but very, I will say, incomplete, because in adverse event reporting is a entry point. When we look pharmacovigilance at its core, it actually protect decision making under uncertainty. So no medicine is ever fully understood at the approval level. Clinical trial answer narrow questions in control population. Pharmacovigilance exists because medicine continues in the real world, where variability, complexity, and long-term use reveal new truth. So it protects patient not just from the known risk, but also from the unknown and emerging risk.
Okay, so is pharmacovigilance meant to be reactive or proactive?
Ideally proactive. The goal is not to document just to document harms, but to detect pattern early before harm become.
We often say that pharmacovigilance protects patients, but does it stop there?
Hello,
Yes, sir.
hello.
Can I repeat the question?
Yes, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. So we often say that the pharmacovigilance protects patients, but does it just stop there?
Not at all. Pharmacovigilance protect the entire healthcare ecosystem. It protects the clinician by giving them the realistic risk information. Then it also protect the regulators by enabling the evidence-based decisions. It protect healthcare system from repeating hidden mistakes. And yes, it also protect companies from major failures due to the blind spot. So strong pharmacovigilance prevent overconfidence. So it's force humility into medicine.
Does pharmacovigilance ever conflict with the commercial goals?
In short term, it may feel uncomfortable, but in long term is the only way trust and sustainability are maintained.
Yes. So when people associate pharmacovigilance mainly with post-marketing surveillance, is that where it matters the most?
That's where it becomes unavoidable, but not where it should begin. When we think pharmacovigilance thinking should actually start during the clinical development and continue throughout a drug entire life. So clinical trial provide uh, control truth, where pharmacovigilance provide real world truth. The two must work together. So that's very important.
What kinds of risk usually escape clinical trials?
Okay, so when we look at clinical trials, as mentioned earlier, that it actually provide control truth. So lot of things like rare adverse event, long-term toxicity, if there is any drug-drug interaction, or effect in vulnerable population are often appeared after long-term use by the real world. So this type of risk actually cannot be seen in clinical trial.
Public trust in medicines has been shaken many times. How does pharmacovigilance help protect or restore that trust?
Yeah, so as like mentioned earlier, that pharmacovigilance help in building the trust, and trust does not come from claiming medicines are perfect. Basically, it comes from transparency and responsiveness. So pharmacovigilance shows society that medicine is self-correcting, that risks are acknowledged, studied, and act upon. Silence damage trust far more than honesty.
So, is admitting uncertainty actually better than staying silent?
Always, because people are accepting uncertainty, but they don't tolerate the concealment.
If pharmacovigilance is so critical, why is it often treated as a compliance exercise?
Yeah, because when pharmacovigilance succeed, nothing dramatical happen. Like no headlines, no crisis, no public recognition. Its success look like absence of the major issues for that medicine, and that makes it easy to undervalue. But scientifically, pharmacovigilance applied epidemiology, system thinking, and ethics in action.
What changes when organizations treat pharmacovigilance as science instead of just paperwork?
Okay, so safety become predictive instead of defensive, and decisions become wiser instead of reactive. That's what happened.
How has AI or real world evidence and digital health changed pharmacovigilance?
Okay, so and with the AI and real world and even the digital health, they basically have transformed scale, the speed, and the sensitivity. We can now detect patterns easily, then we can analyze large data sets, and we can also integrate the patient report outcome directly into the tools. So basically, it is helping the pharmacovigilance. It does not actually replace the expertise of pharmacovigilance. It actually helps them.
What is the biggest risk of using artificial intelligence incorrectly in pharmacovigilance?
So if I give an example of prompt engineering, so if you use the GPTs, the AI, for putting poorly framed question, then AI is going to give you confident answer even when the question is wrong. So you are going to get the wrong uh, reply only.
Okay, that brings us to a very practical question. Artificial intelligence is entering pharmacovigilance rapidly, but often without governance. So, how does the Swalife Pharmacovigilance Prompt Studio fit into this, and what does it really protect?
Okay, so with our Swalife Pharmacovigilance Prompt Studio, it actually protects how AI is used. So we are not just using it directly for the pharmacovigilance purpose, because it's not a database. It is not actually a automatic reporting engine, and it does not replace the pharmacovigilance professional. It is a context-aware prompt generation system which is designed specifically for pharmacovigilance workflow. So by defining the disease, the allopathic drug and the herbal or nutraceutical product is generate structural and regulated aligned scientific prompt across the entire PV life cycle. So the intelligence lie in asking the right question in the right format at the right stage. And that's what the studio does. So that protect against missed signal, weak assessments, and non-compliant outcomes, especially in the complex areas such as like herbal drug interactions.
Why is this especially important for the future of pharmacovigilance?
Because the future belong not to those who merely use the AI, but to those who actually govern how AI is used. So scientific prompting is becoming a safety control point, and this tool ensure that AI support judgment rather than undermining it.
Many students see pharmacovigilance as a fallback career. How should they really view it?
Okay, so regarding as a career wise, pharmacovigilance is guardian playing guardian role. It required scientific curiosity, eth- ethical clarity, and system thinking. With AI and real world data, it's become one of the most intellectual demanding and impactful fields in medicine.
What skills should a student start building today?
Okay, so if students are thinking of pharmacovigilance, then there are some of the areas they should actually think about, like safety, science fundamentals, they need to understand. Then the data literacy is something which is very important, and ability to connect data to real human impact. So that's the areas they should actually look.
So, this conversation reframes pharmacovigilance not as a regulatory burden but as a living safety science. Thank you, Dr. Pravin Badhe, for helping us understand what pharmacovigilance really protects.
Thank you, Shruti. If drug discovery is about hope, I will say that pharmacovigilance is about responsibility, and medicine needs both.
Yes. And with that, we conclude today's episode. If this discussion has changed how you think of drug safety, share it with someone who needs to hear it. So keep questioning, keep learning, and join us for the next episode.
Thank you.